So in 1983, I auditioned for Robert Altman's movie Streamers. Uh, and I did it in his hotel suite. Well, auditioned um, at the Westwood Marquis, which was like a very glitzy, upscale, like rich hotel, but very nook. Like you wouldn't know. I mean, it was so small, but it was very, very upscale. Like everyone knew the Westwood Marquis. So he decides to do these callbacks in the suite. And this is a callback. And so I go, obviously, to the Westwood Marquee. There's also a Sunset Marquee. I get confused. Not quite as upscale. Well, anyway, who cares? Kind of. So we're in this callback forever. I mean, these callbacks lasted at least like an hour or two, which is pretty unusual for callbacks. So he is in there. Now you expect usually to like read with the casting director, like you would like a script supervisor on a set, like you need to run your lines to make sure you know them. But in these situations, you almost always read for the casting director or an associate while the director can watch you. Well, not in this case. Robert Altman sat where you are, and I sat where I am. Length of the table, both across from each other. This man's vibe was so hard to read. Usually, now you don't want to be reading vibes during an actual, audition because you have to be focused. And sometimes I would like have like a fourth ear, third ear, kind of trying to read the vibe. But you're not supposed to do that. But oh well. So after the callback reads with him, and he's like monotone, like absolutely giving away nothing. No vibe to read, just reading it with you monotone, and of course, watching your performance. Maybe this is done intentionally. I don't know. The fact that he is like completely emotionally hard to read, next to impossible. But so there you go. And then we do partner reads, where he squares you off with another actor, then two other actors, and then you and another actor that's pairing off, or partner reads. So I do the initial with him about twice. He wanted me to tweak it once, and then I do one or two partner reads with the same actor. Now this is for the movie Streamers. Like I said, I think it's 83 that came out. I'm not quite sure, but that was in and around the audition because I remember how old I was. So completely emotionally like hard to read, like I said. But I was so excited upon dismissal. I was still so excited by the from the fact that I actually got to meet and read with and for Robert Altman. But I learned somebody who I'll talk more about in a second got the part of Richie in Streamers, and that was Matthew Modine, who went on to much greater fame. But this is when Matthew Modine sort of quietly entered my villain story, acting wise, in terms of getting parts and auditions. And this was the whole beginning